how I trained my brain to stay motivated and achieve massive success. Hi, my name is Dr. Meghana Dikshit. I'm the author of the book You Matter and Brain and Performance Expert. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and hit the bell icon because you're going to enjoy so much of this content which will really help you to grow in your life in all areas. So let's dive deeper. If you're ready, type ready in the chat box. Let's understand how I trained my mind, which was all the time procrastinating and was either getting into the cycle of perfectionism or anxiety, how I trained it, anchored it to stay motivated and to achieve big goals by taking massive action. So when I was stuck in my cycle of procrastination and perfectionism and was not feeling motivated enough to take massive action to get there where I always desired to be, I came across this amazing experiment which I often talk about, marshmallow experiment, which is also known as delayed gratification experiment. What the researchers did, they took a group of children of same age and they gave them one marshmallow, telling them that if they wait for 15 minutes to eat that marshmallow, they will get one more as a reward. Now, few children waited for that 15 minutes to get the reward as a second marshmallow. And researchers found that eventually these are the children, those who achieved more success in their academics, better emotional regulations, and eventually be successful in their personal and professional life. Now, this may not be the end of all, but I definitely feel delayed gratification is a great way to train our brain to achieve massive success. Now, I feel delayed gratification can be a great way to train your brain to achieve massive success, be motivated. What happened millions of years back when we were evolving? Our brains were wired to look for instant gratification. There was not much food available, there was safety was on threat, so everything was like pretty much I want instant. And because we still have those neural pathways very much alive in us, since childhood, even in this human life, you probably are designed to seek instant gratification. What separates the most successful people from the people, those who struggle, is one big quality: to stay in the lane knowing my bigger reward is coming later on. That helps them to stay motivated to take those big actions every single day consistently. Be disciplined, be organized. So I feel delayed gratification can go a long way in making you successful. It has actually helped me big time. So if you're someone who would like to develop this one ability, type delayed gratification in the chat box and let's dive to understand how do you start, what are the steps to develop delayed gratification. See, first of all, delayed gratification is the ability to resist immediate benefits for the trading of the long-term benefits, looking at the long-term results. Now that requires self-control, willpower and resilience, and it won't happen overnight. But I'm going to give you a few steps to develop this delayed gratification so that you can go a long way in achieving your difficult goals. Now look at this graph. If you start your life and if you look for instant gratification, if you go ahead in instant gratification in the beginning of your life or anything that you start with, there will come a tipping point when your graph will start going down and will create bad life for you. But if suppose you go through a delayed gratification, there will come a tipping point. Of course, in the period of delayed gratification, you learn to live by your means. You work on your self-beliefs, you strengthen your confidence, you work on your self-image, you heal your trauma, you get into emotional regulation so that you can become a better decision maker. You learn new skills and you will come to a tipping point where then suddenly your life will start looking good and it will continue to be good. So delayed gratification can actually give you a long-term good life and it will put your success on autopilot and fast track. So how do you get there? The first thing that you need to do is you set your big goal and you break those goals down. But to set your big goal, you have to be very specific. You know, they say about the SMART goals: specific, measurable, time-bound and result-oriented. So you must know what exactly your goal looks, feels and is actually showing up in the world. In that journey, who are you going to become? Like any successful person, if you meet them, they will tell you it's not the achieving of the goal that makes them feel happy, but it's the journey in what they become that gives them even more happiness. And when you start transforming within yourself, your external reality also starts shifting. Now, when you set your goal, you have to also create a plan, a disciplined schedule, a disciplined step by step. What do you need to work internally on yourself, about your self-beliefs, about your self-image, your self-worth? All of these are very important. Your own beliefs about yourself and the world outside is going to go a long way in creating the results for you. And most often when we create the results for us, it's 80% our mind and 20% is the strategy. So you got to work on your mind as well. How can you become more mindful? How can you stay more in the present? How can you get more emotionally regulated? What next can you do? How can you build more coping strategies for the times that you're bored, you feel negative, you feel low? What is your bounce back strategies? There are many things that you can do to yourself and for yourself. Say writing a thought journal, doing some mindfulness practices, doing meditation, involving yourself into a movement therapy or an art therapy. All of this is slowly going to build the resilience in your mind that even if you get bored, even if you feel lazy, even if you feel negative or unmotivated, it will help you to cope better, to come back better into your lane and start working towards that big goal of yours. Once you have started working on your mind and the blocks that you feel within yourself, now it's the time to start visualizing the results of your big goal. Every single time you can close your eyes and that big goal visualized, like visualize. It's not that what will happen when you achieve the goal. It has already happened and what exactly your life looks like. So visualization is a process where you are telling your mind that this is where you belong. And to be that person, what do you need to change within yourself? Thoughts, emotions, feelings, your actions. Visualize it and as many times possible in the day. Keep that visualization in front of you, maybe in a form of vision board or an affirmation or a picture, whatever works for you. And now you start delaying the rewards. Let me give you an example. If you want to lose weight and get that good body, now your biggest enemy is craving for foods that are not helping you to lose weight. Now when you're doing that, I'm sure that you get cravings of some foods that are not good for you, and it's okay to fall for those cravings, but how about delaying them just a little bit? Like if you want to eat that piece of cake, how about telling yourself, okay, I'll finish this 5 things that I have on my calendar today. After doing this, I will reward myself. When you start working and then giving rewards to your brain, it actually starts obeying you rather than becoming enemy of you. I generally do this with my dog, and most of you, if you know how to train the animals, it's the same way. You make them do certain things, and when they do those things, they follow your commands, you give them a reward. Your reptilian brain is nothing else but just like an animal brain, which is actually, when it follows you what you're telling it to do, you're just rewarding it. And the more it follows your commands and the more it gets rewards, eventually it will just keep following your conscious commands. So delaying rewards in everything, like say I have to finish videos, 5 videos, and then I want to watch this, I'm really looking forward to watch this amazing film or a documentary on OTT platform, and it's right there in front of me, right? Falling for watching something like that is very easy. But what about me telling myself that I'll finish the 5 videos and then I'm going to touch that OTT platform to watch my favorite movie? You can do this pretty much to everything. Delaying gratification happens with small, simple steps. Like, suppose you are someone who's working on quitting your habit of smoking, or maybe going into the phone again and again. How can you kind of like start with just 5 minutes delay? Okay, I'll wait for 5 minutes and then I'll do it. If you have a habit of doing online shopping, then maybe you can choose a product that you like and you put it in the cart and you tell yourself, I will come back after 7 days and then I will buy this product. Most often what happens? Your craving passes on and then you don't even feel like going and buying that product or eating that piece of cake, and you just tell yourself, it's okay, the whole day is gone, I'll do it tomorrow. This one single day, the discipline of one day, will then eventually increase and start training your brain. So remember to break down your delayed gratification as well in small, easy steps. Don't try to climb the mountain in one day. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depending on your urgency and depending on your craving, you can start delaying those things, those rewards that make you feel happy, and you will experience that slowly you are like, after 1 month, after 2 months, after 3 months, your brain is wired to be more resilient and it is wired to be more committed. It is wired with solid willpower to then go for that one big thing that you've been aiming for years in your life. If this video helped you, type helped in the chat box, share it with at least 10 people so that they can change their life. I will see you soon.